updates right now, where it's headed and what we can expect. Let's turn it over to Steve Weigel. Steve.
In the last 30 seconds, just got a new report out of Grand Bahama of a 98-mile-an-hour wind. Wow. Yeah, right near the center of this storm, near Freeport. And the track tonight is moving across the Gulf Stream in towards South Florida. So watching this one and tracking it every mile of the way through the overnight. Now, a 7 p.m. advisory just came out. Now, as it's closer to our area, we're going to get at least updates every hour at the top of the hour, giving us the latest wind speed, the pressure, and where it's headed. So northwest at 13. Takes it late evening across just east of the Jupiter area. And because of the angle and because it's coming in across South Florida and Central Florida the next 24 hours, it's a little bit closer off the Treasure Coast, especially Vero. There's Friday at 2 a.m. So 2 in the morning, he makes a close approach to Vero and Fort Pierce. It's a little farther offshore than we had last night, but it's still a Category 4 hurricane with very strong winds. And then up the coastline and paralleling the coast, we still have a landfall across the Cape, and then right up the beaches of North Florida in toward Charleston, and then a big loop back down into the Bahamas. Yes, this is a real forecast track. And we are looking at a storm track moving into the Bahamas. Pretty much this is Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. There's a look at the eye right now, just moving very close to Grand Bahama, and very strong winds, almost 100-mile-an-hour wind gusts reported in the last few minutes on the northern side of that eye wall. And the track has been a little north of northwest, and that's brought it right up to very near West End. And watching the last few frames, and this is a great thing about Live Viper 5 Max. Well, there are many great things, but this is one of them. We can track this the whole way for as long as it's on the radar for the next day or two. And the eye is just to the south of the island itself, but also more important to us are these feeder bands that are working down the coastline now and reporting 45 and 50-mile-an-hour winds as they come in from the Treasure Coast and then work down into Palm Beach County. A couple of things are going on here. So they come off the ocean and the Gulf Stream, and they actually intensify a little as they wrap down through the Treasure Coast and work down south through Boca and then eventually Lauderdale. Here are the current wind gusts. You can see anywhere from about 25 up around Jupiter and Martin County and Port St. Lucie to 45 in West Palm, 35 miles an hour at the Vero Airport. But those stronger winds, which include tropical storm force winds, stretch farther inland now, even though the storm is about 80 miles off our coastline. There's a close look at Palm Beach County. And the winds at this point are northeast and almost due north as you head toward the lake in Palm Beach County, and more northeast coming in through Martin and St. Lucie County. You can see the streamlines there working in, so northeast all the way up through Vero Beach. So what can we expect? Well, tonight in Palm Beach County, strong tropical storm force winds, gusts to 90, so that's a hurricane force wind gust. As we get in after midnight, we're looking at stronger winds pushing through, and then tomorrow really starting to improve in a big way during the day. For Martin and St. Lucie counties, gusts to 110 through tonight and about 3 in the morning. Early tomorrow morning, we're down to about 30 to 35, and then in the afternoon, starting to improve with maybe even some sunshine late in the day. And here's a look at Indian River County, where we'll see some of our strongest winds with improving weather getting into 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts for tomorrow morning. And then by the afternoon, still tropical storm force winds are possible, but beginning to improve. Listen, if power goes out, we're already getting reports of some power outages. You can always listen to us on radio. Our radio partners, iHeartRadio, and they will be simulcasting our signal, and we'll talk you through the hurricane, through the overnight, and into Friday morning. Right through the storm, we are here for you 24/7 to let you know exactly what is going on.